congratulate you on the show Divorce. You have a fantastic co-star, Thomas Hayden Church.
Yes,
He's a wonderful actor.
Yes,
very
I
funny.
love him.
And I'm assuming when you signed on to the show, you were like, oh, this is so great. I get to work with Thomas Hayden Church.
He was my first choice.
Which is great, but now, because the show's about a divorce, you barely have any scenes together.
Yes. I should have chosen someone I should have wanted someone I don't care for.
Right.
Because if I had just thought about the title for a moment, it might have occurred to me that you won't be spending a good amount of time with him.
Yeah. Because it's not like it was a crazy
like?
twist when you had a divorce.
It's a cliffhanger. No, I really like him. It's hard. It is sort of upsetting that I'm now not with him as much, although I am with Molly, who is
in the clip we saw Molly Shannon.
Divine.
The best, the funniest person maybe on earth.
She's funny, but she's brilliantly funny. As I've said before, she's a gift to America.
Yes.
American entertainment, comedy. She's an American gift. That's a comprehensive. I can't wait. I need to say.
Oh my God. That was very good.
Because I'm smart, wrong, not a puppet.
Those are all good.
I can't do it now. I do it so well at home.
After a couple of these,
But Molly Shannon, back to Molly Shannon. She's fantastic, but she's also she's just such a good person.
She really is.
She's like a very deep feeling, curious. You know when you talk to her and everything's important? You know how she describes everything with her hands, and she's like, I know, but when I drop the kids off and another mother is like running toward me and I don't want to see her because I've just woken up and I'm feeling like I gotta, you know how she's like so invested in every word.
She's doing charades and talking.
It's the best. And she's such good company, and she's such a good friend to women. You know, she's like really the sisterhood. I'm just incredibly fond of her. But I mean, Talia Balsam, Tracy Letts, there's a whole host of upperclassmen.
It is a fantastic
that I'm digging.
cast.
It is. It's amazing.
This is really exciting to me as well. You have a, would you say it's a book imprint? What would you say?
I would say it's a book imprint.
It's a book imprint.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not as literary yet. So you have a book imprint with a publisher where you're basically helping find new authors.
Yeah, I mean, it's an imprint inside an old imprint called Hogarth, which was an imprint started by Virginia Woolf and her husband, and it had a really sort of illustrious history, and they published their friends, and they actually made the books, and it was an amazing and very admirable endeavor. And then it sort of went through a fallow period, and then a few years ago, Molly Stern, who is a publisher I work with, kind of partner with someone in the UK, they sort of revived it. And I love Hogarth. And through a very long series, we don't have time, but maybe I'll tell you the story tonight on Instagram. Anyway, I'm a reader.
You are? So
I'm a reader, and they said to me, would you consider? And I was, no, I can't possibly. But then I sort of was brought through the process, and I knew that I would be surrounded by smart, line editors. And so I pour over manuscripts.
Yeah, so that's the part. I would say I'm a reader too, but I'm obviously reading books, and I'm not, as I'm reading them, I'm not thinking, should this be a book?
Yes.
It's already a book as I'm reading it. So I don't have to spend any of the time also thinking.
It's a completely different way of reading.
Yeah.
And it's as pleasurable.
It is, okay.
It's just a different, all sorts of other considerations come into the process. And it's enormously, it's a privilege and it's terrifying, but it's thrilling to find a new voice, and it's in this tiny space. It's literary fiction. It's not tiny. It's just literary fiction is a very sort of special place in fiction. And so our first book is being published in June by a young woman who's 26.
Wow.
Her name is Fatima Farine Mirza, and the book is called A Place for Us. And it's an amazing, important debut novel, and it's a thrill. And for a reader, it's heaven on earth.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh.